Welcome back to Shunky Nation. This is the second video in the series of going over the age up options for the Hausa civilization. I am doing this live on Twitch, so make sure if you are watching this on YouTube, you head on over to twitch.tv/FitzBro and give it a follow, and you can join us here live on stream as we learn more about these African civilizations. Okay, let's dive into this. This is the age 3 options for the Hausa civilization. Okay, so we have aged up age 2 with the Songhai raid, and if you watched the previous video, you saw the options for going into age 2. Let's see what we get here for age 3 for age up options. Okay, now, one thing to note about these, it rotates out one new one each age. So like I picked up Songhai last time, right? So now I've got one new. So you're going to have the opportunity to still age up with these as you go on. This is a little bit different when you compare it to like the United States, right? Because like in age 2, you only get to pick those certain states. And then age 3, it's a completely new set of states. So you can see here, I didn't select the Berbers. And now, you know, those, they get a different unit that arrives, but they still get those same techs. So just one thing to note as you go through these age ups, I thought this was very unique and kind of cool because you don't have to be like weighing this option of like, what am I missing out on for the rest of the game? You can still get these techs later on if you want to. Okay. So I don't actually need to go through all of these. I would say go back to my previous video if you want to see in depth what all of these cards do, because we just went through a lot of them. Okay. But for Berbers, you're going to be getting 4 Berber Camels. These Camels are very good at anti-cavalry unit. If you've played any of the other age games, you know Camels typically are like the anti-cav unit. So this can be really nice, you know, going up to age 3, cavalry under your base, pop these out, a nice unit to have. You've got, of course, unlocks the Berber Camel Riders at the palace and the Berber Nomads and Salt Camels at the town center. The same university, we've gone through that. The Hausa gives you 700 wood. I really like this age up. I mean, 700 wood in age 3, it's so good. You can drop down town centers. You can get upgrades for units. It's just a great age up. It's probably my favorite one, honestly, out of all of these. It also gives you kingdom builders, which you could, as we mentioned before, could be used to build infrastructure in there, and then your unique upgrade. 1 emir, buildings grant influence instead of XP when built if you research that at the university. Okay, the Moroccans, you get 1 mosque and 600 XP. Now this could be maybe this could be a decent shipment. Age up for age 3, because maybe you're trying to synergize this with some powerful age 3 shipments and maybe a fast fortress. So this could be maybe very useful in that regards. You get the Moroccan units, the Zovas at the palace, and the mosque wagons at the town center. And then the Moroccan improvements at the university, which is argan tree planting. All future shipments deliver a semi-fattened goat. So as you know, these herds are, you know, basically a very vital resource for these civilizations. And then you can also, the Corsair Marksman unlocked at watchtowers. Now you got to research that. Outlaws take -1 population capacity, ships 1 watchtower wagon. So I've actually heard this Corsair Marksman is a pretty decent unit. I don't think I've really used it a whole lot yet, but we'll have to see this guy in battle to make our call on the Corsair Marksman. The Akan, you get 6 Akan and Copius. As I mentioned in the last video, I haven't used these units a ton. I'm sure they're pretty decent. I've just preferred the Magadai at the palace personally. Seemed like the strongest option at the moment. You can also send the 1 gold prospect wagon. Villagers gather coin faster, so you can get more gold, and then all food converted into 50% wood and coin could be a great strat. Especially like imagine in treaty, I'm sure these are, you know, converting this food is going to be a very valuable thing. And then with the Fulani, you get 7 semi-fattened goats. I think I've selected this one actually several times because 7 fattened goats, those are nice. You can sell those at the market or just let them do their thing. Get you some influence, and unlocks goats at the livestock market. So you get cows and goats at that point. And then if you rely on technologies, the Fulani archers become able to gather from trees and gain a long range attack. I had Keister use this against me, I think yesterday, and had his basically his army when he wasn't fighting me was chopping wood and making more archers. Not sure how viable it is, but I think a really cool kind of technology you can get. So those are the age 3 options for aging up with the Hausa civilization. And if you check out my next video, it will be the age 4 age up options for Hausa.